Okay. Hold the fuck on real quick. So now President Trump is escalating his attacks against the Smithsonian, saying that all they talk about is how bad slavery was. Of all things, he's attacking the Smithsonian for telling the truth on how fucking bad slavery was. Well, what the fuck we're supposed to do, sir, is talk about how good it was to get whipped by y'all people? What we're supposed to do, sir, is talk about how good it was to be in chains around our necks and ankles and sleeping outside and picking cottons? What we supposed to do, sir, is tell a fucking lie that slavery was great? Slavery was fucking horrible. And how dare you talk about the Smithsonian for telling the truth about American history and culture? So, do you believe Trump should escalate his attacks on the Smithsonian because they're just telling the truth about American history, i.e. slavery, and how fucking bad it was? Or should we pussyfoot over how bad slavery was and switch American history in the Smithsonian and talk about how good us black folks had it during slavery? Let me know in the comments, sir.
Everybody's posting Trump's statement.
So this wasn't, he didn't like verbally say something. This is what he was talking about?
He said something in his first term about it. He'd been wanting to get to this, but this is what he said today.
Okay. So the museums throughout Washington, but all over the country, are essentially the last remaining segment of woke. The Smithsonian is out of control. Everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. We are not going to allow this to happen. And I have instructed my attorneys to go through the museums and start the exact same process that has been done with the colleges and universities, where tremendous progress has been made. This country cannot be woke because woke is broke. We have the hottest country in the world, and we want people to talk about it, including in our museums.
Okay.
Where did he say how bad slavery?
I think they talking about how bad it was, but
that one part right there where it says how bad slavery was.
That's what messed them up right there.
I'll be honest.
I feel like
he could have left that part out, but I do see what he is saying.
Where's that at? Where's that at again?
How bad slavery was.
Yeah, he could have left that part out.
Yeah, that's why I could see the uproar behind.
Hey, bro.
Because it's a trigger.
I'm gonna get so upset on this one, guys. And I'm gonna just say everything I want to say. First off, okay, say I'm black, right? And saying black people are my people. That is fucking false. They're not my people. My people is in my community, my family, and the people I associate myself with. So saying that Trump, he wants to erase what his people did. Trump knew nobody that did slavery. He knew nobody. That was so far long ago. Stop grouping a group of people with their skin. I'm black, but I don't want to ever be associated with ever. So this pisses me off, bro. Because also, Brock, you went to a museum where they had all the good stuff that black people did.
Yeah, I went
in
to
DC. They're not gonna erase the good stuff that happened. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be real. If you go see a slavery museum, honestly, this isn't gonna make me a victim or not. If I see slavery, I'm not gonna look at a white person no different because I know we're in 2025. I'm not gonna go to a slavery museum. I'm not an idiot like that, but some people are. That's why Trump has to do this. Some people will go look at a slavery museum, look at a white person, and say, y'all just wrong for what y'all did. I see why he has to delete this shit, because it's idiots. If people weren't idiots, maybe we can keep it. But look,
but people are so...
Have to talk about it, it's a virus, bro. The slavery movies, all that shit is a virus, and it makes black people look at white people a certain way. When none of this shit happened to y'all. That's why it pisses me off. We know slavery happened. Slavery was bad, but why do we have to keep bringing it up? Then that's just another reminder that white people are bad.
I just don't think that it's beneficial to black people or anyone in America to continue to harp on this. Yes, everyone agrees. I don't think there's no one who can be like, slavery was good. I don't think anyone will say that. I think we all know it was one of the deepest levels of evil. One of the reasons slavery was abolished was because of the Bible and Christianity, because that was pretty much what did it. Because they were saying, you people are Christians, this is against the Bible. And so that's why they did away with it. But it's like, I just don't see how, I see what Trump is saying, but I also see why they're upset because of their perspective on it. So I think that he could have went without saying that. But I do see
Like, slavery was bad. Everybody knows it, bro. It's no, like, I understand. Okay. I just, like, they're going through it. So maybe they keep the museum, maybe they don't. To me, it's not going to affect me. It's not a little bit.
It ain't going to affect me at all.
Only thing I can say, if he still got, you still got to talk about it though.
No, I don't give a damn about that. They're saying that, if he doesn't talk about it, he wants the history to be repeated.
Yeah,
I don't
that's not
care
gonna
about
happen.
slavery,
That's not
bro.
gonna happen.
Yes, I know what happened. Yes, we can still make movies about it. Yes, whatever. But the problem is that it's idiots out here. Slavery movies are cool. I think they're fine, but it gets to idiots' heads. Does it not?
It does.
Okay, so then let's stop this shit because it's getting to idiots' heads.
But I do see the point. It's like
can't just get rid of it. You can't just get rid of it.
Okay, that's the thing though. Who knows? This shit, we know it happened.
Because like we could say another group of people, they're not gonna stop talking about what happened to them, so we can't just say you can't talk about it.
Say what you want, bro. Say what you want. What?
I'm not
you
gonna
talking about
say
Palestine?
No,
what I'm saying?
no.
Who are you talking about?
He's talking about the Holocaust.
Well, is that okay? Is it a Holocaust museum? Which it is.
Yes.
Okay. So,
but the difference is
they're not stupid.
they're not complaining about it still. They came up.
Yeah, they're not still saying, "Oh, white people oppressed us." Oh, Hitler oppressed us.
They
So
try to say it now.
honestly,
But they don't make it an excuse for why they're not successful now.
Facts. Yeah,
and that's why I'm upset.
I can understand.
And I that's why I do see both sides on this one. I do think that he should have. I think he could have left that one little part out. That one little part. If he would have left that one little part out, it would have been better. But I do agree with the statement other than that one little part because he could have, from a PR standpoint, it wasn't the best move.
Go through the museums. I mean, he could have left it alone. You could or could not. I mean, that's just look.
But I'm not going to get upset either way.
But either way, I'm not upset. Either way, I do not care. I know that black people get all upset about the slavery shit. They see a slave movie and then get upset with white people. You know why? Because I watch slavery movies with black folks.
Well, no, you know what's funny? Y'all, I'm mixed, right? Black dad, white mom. And I remember one time we were watching a movie like this as a family. And my mom, at the end of it, she was like, well, all white people were all just terrible, huh? And I was like, you know, that is a good point because my mama didn't have nothing to do with this, you know? So why do we have to, you know, I do understand both sides of this because of that.
Charleston White said it. 99.9% of people that's alive right now
didn't have anything to do with it.
slavery.
And it's like, we do pick and choose when we're offended. Like, there's so much outrage because of this, but then when we murder each other at the highest rate, there's zero outrage.
No, I'm okay with keeping it though. It's not gonna, that's what I'm saying though. I understand why they want to get rid of it because people are idiots. It gets in their mind. That's why it's called the woke mind virus.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's why, you know, hey, if people weren't idiots and weren't blaming white people for the current society that we live in right now, then we can keep it. But hey, people are idiots. So I understand.
I need reparations.
That's why he said the word. He said, man, look, man.
I need reparations for the pain.
He did.
That what I'm saying has pissed me off
I understand where you're coming from because why we don't accomplish or talk about the successful things that are going on in our communities.
He's keeping that.
In America.
Yeah,
Black
in America. Black Americans.
Yes, I went to the African American Museum and this is crazy. They have the Bible Museum. They have all museums there. There's only one that is free. And it's that one. And that's the biggest, nicest one. For sure.
I'm just saying, man. We're not taking down what black people have done in history, the good and bright things that they have done in America. They're not looking at that museum. They're looking at the slavery museum. The one that's making black people look at white people bad.
Well, in that museum, there's a lot about slavery.
You know,
but it's not.
I'm for keeping it.
I feel like they should still. You know, I'm the one. I feel like they should still talk about it. At least.
I think we should find out. I agree.
But I feel like it's people that do OD.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
I think that. Yeah, I think that we can talk about it in a way that yes, we can reflect this is evil and this is bad, but that doesn't mean that we should let it continue to be an excuse for why we are where we are, and we also shouldn't point the finger at the white people who are alive today who had nothing to do with it. You know,
as long as slave movies exist, as long as slave movies exist, black people are actually asking for reparations for something that never happened to them. If slave movies exist, if these museums exist, which I'm okay with, if there weren't idiots, if it exists, people are going to continue. They're going to go look at the museum. Black people deserve reparations.
But like you gotta think about it.
To my ancestors. Stop grouping yourself with the people that came from Africa. You're black African American. You have opportunities today.
And we can't
stop grouping yourself with them.
Another thing is we only blame slavery on white people when in Africa they enslaved them. They were slaves in Africa, and then they were sold in America.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna start apologizing for the stupidity that's happening. Because if a black person says, y'all white people did, that's just the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, that's not.
Dumbest shit I've ever
blame
heard.
people who had nothing. They just living their life regular.
That tribal shit has to stop.
And we are very tribal.
Hey, because I'm black, you are not my people.
Actually, what he said during that tour. Listen to this.
I had the privilege of visiting the National Museum of African American History and Culture right here in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's where I went.
It's a new, beautiful Smithsonian museum that serves as a shining example of African Americans' incredible contributions to our culture, our society, and our history. It also tells of the great struggle for freedom and equality that prevailed against the sins of slavery and the injustice of discrimination. The work and love of the people who helped create such a masterpiece is a testament to the legacy of so many leaders it honors.
Believe what he
what was wrong
read
with that?
from the teleprompter as he recorded that video, or what? Actually, what he
I don't know what that clip was about. Because that, I mean, it seems like he's gonna keep the great stuff that black people did. We know that. If he decides to get rid of that, oh man,
That would be a problem.
That would be a problem.
That would be a huge problem. But they go, man, this would be insane.
To be honest with you, they need to vote about taking down that fat lady in New York City.
Not insane. It would be a revolution on.
They could have
on the
given us
internet.
a better statue than that. I feel like that is a mockery to us.
Who
to
is
be honest.
we? You group yourself with them? I don't give a fuck about that shit. Don't group me with nothing, bro. Group me with y'all, because I get on the internet with them, and group me with my parents. That's my community and my child. That's it, bro. Don't group me with shit. Don't group me with LeBron. Don't group me with Michael Jordan. Don't group me with nobody. I don't know them in real life. They not my people. Just because God made me the same skin complexion and we did all this all black, dark skin. Man, look. At the end of the day, I'm the people that's around me. That's who I'm reflecting on. That's it.
But I mean, we harp on that so much. These are our people. But once again, we kill each other more than anyone else. Yeah. So are y'all really that offended? If you were so offended, stop killing each other. Stop rapping about killing each other. Stop having pride about killing each other and arguing about whose hood is the most hood, and take pride in that. We hear that all the time. My hood is more hood than your hood. And we take pride in that. That is so bad. No other race does that. And then we get offended when one little thing happens. We can't pick and choose when we're gonna be offended. Charleston White said it. Somebody will rap, literally, in real life. This has happened, y'all. Like, y'all think this is a make-believe story. This is not a make-believe story. People will rap about shooting up somebody's mother's home. It will really happen, and then the whole community will scream, free him.
See, bro,
and we draw the line at
exactly.
We draw the line at this.
Shit like this. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if black people can't comprehend that, I have to get rid of this because this is too complex for their brain to understand.
But you gotta also know
it's 2025. I'm sorry, it's 2025. I had nothing to do with that. It's too complex for their brain.
But we gotta also look at it. Those is two different type of black people that that knows that, because I don't think they actually know that type of realm that's going on
What do you
fully.
mean?
Like the activists, I don't think they've been around the gang culture.
They know damn well.
I don't think they don't.
Every black person that's heard rap.
Statistics.
Every black person
I
that's
think
heard
that
rap.
you heard what the lady said. She said them statistics are false.
Go outside and go anecdotal evidence.
I don't know, but hey,
Bro,
I know this.
look,
Nah, I think you're giving them too much credit, but they know.
No,
They
no,
know.
no, no, no.
They know what
I
we
feel
rap
like they
about.
actually don't know, bro.
You don't think they know what we rap about? You don't think they
That's why
seeing
it's
that people are dying?
Hey.
You don't think that they have heard a King Von song?
So
No.
Okay, and therefore, if they're
That's
that
why. Because
stupid,
why would you still argue for that?
Bro, you know
being
what?
naive,
I'm
bro.
just saying.
No,
I'm just saying. Why would they keep arguing for that? They know
we
that's
watched the
happening.
video.
Because they are picking and choosing why they're upset, because it doesn't serve their narrative to be upset about black on black violence. It only serves their narrative to be upset about white
Yes.
people and white supremacy
Thank
so
you,
they
bro.
get their
Yeah.
reparations.
Because guess what? We watched the video and you were in here. I don't know why you're acting confused on how black people are the best slaves. Even when slave, he said, look.
Yeah, he did say that.
No, not slave actually.
He talking
Slave
mentally.
mentality.
Yeah, he talking
We're
about mentally.
slaves today because of our mentality.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Al Sharpton, he's a slave.
I know.
If you pushing the white liberals,
Oh yeah.
that's a slave.
Because
today.
think about it. The white liberals
He
keep
knows.
the black people enslaved now by saying you can't be successful because of this white supremacy. You can't get a job because of this white supremacy. You can't do these things. So you're enslaved in the mind because you think you can't do things. You're
And
not
that's
free.
today. And you can also
we are free.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm sorry, y'all, but I feel like this might be a controversial take. I feel like there is black privilege now. I feel like me as a black person, if I go to the same job, hold on, real quick. If I go to a professional career, right, and I'm trying to get the same job as a white person, we have the same resume. I believe that, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I believe that I will get the job over them because of my abilities and skills, you know, and my ability to translate between Gus and white people. You know, a white person doesn't have that ability most times. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be mean to white people. You know, y'all know. I rock with everybody. But I just feel like everyone has the same chance. I do truly believe that in my soul.
All right, we're going to run the media's arguments on these whole things. But, you know, before you was finna disagree with me, but before, I mean...
I didn't disagree with you.
I know. About today's time, you really could argue back during that time that black people were the best. Like, you know why? My boy made a good point. It was a video that we watched. Nobody really went. They tried to enslave the Indians. The Indians said, "Hell no, we'd rather die before."
But they were already slaves.
No.
They were slaves in Africa. It was strong tribes in Africa conquered the weaker tribes in Africa and sold them here.
Exactly.
So they were already slaves over there.
So then, hey, who's gonna sell their people? They're willing to. Was they not the best option at the time for slavery? So you can argue both of them. Back then and now.
Because there's slavery today. There's slavery
they're
right now today.
So hey, you can make all type of points for why they think the African American was a best slave in the whole time of the.
But I don't like
saying it.
I don't like how
but
that
hey,
sounds.
let's not say the truth. I don't like how it sounds either. But hey, Al Sharpton, Abby Phillip, slaves. They know the truth. I think they know.
But they're not. They're manipulated. They're rich. They are the one. They're
you know who
they
they
are?
are?
That's the real Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah,
because they are keeping the niggas in line for the liberal white man.
The house.
We are Nat Turner. We are the ones trying to free the niggas, and we the ones taking all the heat for it. Saying, "Oh, y'all not black. Oh, y'all coons." Just because we believe that black people can be just as successful as anybody else.
We gonna run the clips. We Django. We putting.
We taking the lead. Hey,
white liberal.
Y'all don't understand, y'all.
Free my bill.
We get death threats. We have lost people. We have lost, like, this is, people have treated us differently, all because we believe that black people are truly equal and can do the same thing, and that it is a culture problem.
I'm not mad at you, Trump. It's too complex. Slavery is too complex for them niggas' minds. I'm sorry.
Who is this guy? Is he a publicist for slavery? Like a lobbyist on behalf of like slavery? It doesn't make any sense that he would want to erase one of the ugliest things that's ever happened in America and educate our children, especially about how we make sure it doesn't happen again. He's done the same thing with another ugly day in America, January 6th. He's tried to erase that day, our children, especially about how we make sure it doesn't happen again. He's done the same thing with another ugly day in America, January 6th. He's tried to erase that day and take the heroes of that day, the police officers, and make them the villains so that he also erases his own responsibility. This is what he does. Who is this guy?
Yeah. Shut up, bud. You're an idiot. Hey, bro, that's the greatest example ever, though. We like Django.
We want them free.
Free them.
Free their minds. Kanye.
My personal view is slavery was a reprehensible institution.
I know what's going on.
I agree with your words that it was our original sin. We also fought a war to eradicate it and to get over it.
White people
as a
died
country.
behind that.
And that was a necessary thing that happened, and a lot of people died, and we did eradicate it, and that's a good thing. I think what he's asking is, in our museums, what defines us? Are we going to be defined by the worst moment or the worst institution or the worst mistake we ever made?
Very well said.
Or are we going to be defined by what we've done moving forward to get over it and to become the greatest nation on the earth? My belief is that he wants to look at these museums, not because he wants to do away with the idea that slavery occurred, but that he wants to ask a very simple question. Are we going to present ourselves as being exceptional or not? And I think he believes there is an effort by some to continue to try to define us from our worst moment instead of to try to focus and define us based on our best moments, which started when we eradicated slavery and began to move forward.
They never talk about that.
They
never talk about that.
That's what I think.
They never talk about that.
That's what makes us an exceptional nation, is because they tell the history and the story of our country, and therefore, you know, these horrible, horrific moments in our history. The original sin, as Abby talked about, when it comes to slavery, has we of course did eradicate it, but look where we've come today. And I think those museums, like to your point, make America exceptional. And in museums all around the world that document atrocities, whether it be, from Nazi Germany to eradicating slavery here in the United States, you have to learn the lessons of the past. And to deny it is to defend it.
I don't think he's denying it. And Bachi may want to comment on this as well. But I think what he wants to ask is a simple question. As we present our history, are we spending most of our time focused on something terrible? Are we going to spend more time as we enter our 250th anniversary focused on what this country has done to improve the lives of every single person who lives here? We are the light of the world for a reason, because we're an improving commodity.
That is fact.
That's what they should teach in Black history. What did Black people
Level
do?
10
What did they create?
articulation.
What did they create? They always talk about slavery. That's the main heart. It's the program.
If you reverse the roles, right? See, this is people holding white people. This is people holding white people to their worst moment, like he said. So do we want to talk about Black people's worst moment?
No, that's racist.
Right now?
That's racist, bro.
In D.C.?
That's racist.
In New Orleans?
That's happening right now.
Do we want to talk?
White man helping y'all right now.
Okay, but it's only okay to talk about white people's worst moments. We don't talk about no other groups' worst moments.
Hey, bro.
Are we going to talk about? I don't know if I should say that.
But it's crazy. We never bring up Asians, Indians. I don't never hear that argument.
You never hear that. You never hear that. Have you ever heard about? Okay,
this
I'm
makes
not
me
gonna
want to
say
cry, bro.
I really want to say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
I
You know who we should hear more? The Native Americans.
Man, they long gone.
They got.
They're
a lot
not though.
of
In
them.
Oklahoma, they're
There's
not.
A lot of them.
They in
still.
Oklahoma, but I just
like we understand slavery
talk
happened,
about it,
man. Everybody understands slavery happened. We know how bad it was.
yeah. I've never heard someone justify it.
It was
Never.
some evil things that did happen in our past.
Extremely.
But in today's society,
Is it
it's
beneficial?
the best thing in this world to be a black man in America,
Come
a black
on.
person in America.
Come on.
You could be dirt poor and become rich
Come
in
on.
America. So
Where else can you do that? Where is it better to be black? Don't tell me Africa, y'all, because I've been there.
So
They will tell you. Why do first generations Africans come here and be successful? Why?
Trump thinks that we've done enough remembering how bad slavery was. Maybe we have, because if these niggas gonna keep complaining about it, maybe it's
Is it
so.
beneficial though to black people to
it
harp
makes
on
you a
this?
victim. They programmed you to be a victim since third grade history.
But to be honest with you, it sucks to hear just like every day they trying to remind you that you was a slave. Like why everybody?
You was a slave. I wasn't a slave. My somebody probably was, and they fought for my freedoms. So I mean, hey, so what I'm supposed to harp off what happened to my great grandmama that I've never seen in my life? This happened 200 years ago.
Plus, bro.
But I'm just saying,
We nothing. I came out the womb with opportunity. Me.
Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
So I don't care.
Plus,
I
bro,
don't.
the point Scott also did make, there were white people back then who died fighting to free black people.
We would have never got free if it was. Nigga wasn't gonna free us. Did they come from Africa? Yo, got my niggas.
Let them go. Hell no.
No.
They got slave cages in Africa today. Oh, can we pull up a picture?
In Ghana?
Nah, we ain't gonna do it.
No. We need
to.
to. We need to.
Look, man, Gavin Newsom even saying that they're trying to erase slavery from U.S. history. No, brother, that's not what they're trying to do.
Well, let's talk about the junkies that you keep producing in your state, Gavin Newsom.
Look, Trump supports slavery.
That's crazy.
This shit is so funny, bro. Oh my God, this shit is crazy, bro.
This
Britain
is
ended slavery. Wow. I mean, we know this stuff's bad, man. I mean, hey, who
I don't know
doesn't?
why this
No,
one-
it's bad.
I don't know where this one
It's
is.
happening everywhere. But it's making our
Y'all, and this is not, I'm not proud of this, y'all, but I'm a Ghanaian, right? In Ghana, they have slave fortresses, massive, where they kept the slaves of the other tribes. The very tribe, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna get into it.
bro. Yeah, bro.
We don't have to get
But
into
it's
this,
just
y'all.
it's just making black people dumber. I'm not gonna say it's just making them dumber, but it's making them victims. Victims.
Yeah,
Victims.
it does. It does. It literally does.
Can't make them smart.
We want the
But
best
it's
for
making
black
them
people. Everything we say out here, it's because we want the best for black
We ain't
people,
got the
y'all.
resources.
At the end of the day.
I remember niggas told me they ain't have resources in the black high school a lot better.
Bro.
Then I went and I said, nigga, there's nothing but books in this bitch.
Stop saying that word, please. But bro, I remember one time I was having an argument with somebody, right in front of the Texas Medical Center. and somebody, a black person, looked me dead in the eyes and said, a black person can't go up in there and get a job. I said, so if you get a nursing degree and you go in there to be a nurse, in the most diverse city in America, they won't hire you because but there's plenty of black nurses in there. Go in there.
Telling you, bro.
You're still enslaved in their mind. If you don't think you can get a job because you're black, you're a slave right now.
How can I be mad at Trump for trying to kill the woke mind virus?
And I'm
Can't be mad.
Not at all.
No, I'm not.
I'm not mad at that at all. So if you are, then hey.
You're a pansy.
On into the Smithsonian, he's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with dear leader and what the MAGA organization
Can we address
wants.
some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that was to talk about.
Okay.
Like, he's
not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No.
Okay.
He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you anti-slavery, let's talk about the fact that
let's put the little African, let's put the African hanging the black people up and shipping them to the white people. Let's do that too. Hey man, look man, this is crazy, man. But hey man, hey, black people still enslaved.
Just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you
anti-slavery,
let's talk about the fact
that
slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
But it was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that slavery is thousands of years old?
White people were.
Can we Google that real quick?
First race to try to end slavery? Well, what's controversial?
I'm very surprised.
This is an extraordinary exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that?
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and who was not.
What I'm trying to tell you is that
in the context of American history, in the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by saying that it was white people oppressing black people?
Every single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door, the first thing you see is the gay flag?
Jillian, you have a lot of stuff done.
Here's the
are you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
There's one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's
so.
Or maybe we heard her wrong.
ChatGPT, which is left-leaning, it says 25 to 30% of white households in the South owned slaves before the Civil War, according to the 1860 census. But if you look at the entire U.S. white population, including the North, where slavery was abolished, much lower, around 8%.
Of only white people own slaves? So what they saying, the Spaniards?
So it says large.
You only had to be rich.
Large plantations were rare. The majority of slave owners owned fewer than 10 slaves. So anybody who owned more than 50 slaves, it was under 1% of the population. The wealthiest elite dominated slavery.
Yeah, that makes sense. You had to be.
So 80% of white people did not own slaves
at the time.
Think about how much they had to pay to own a slave.
See, bro.
When you put that in perspective,
wow, bro, that is a bombshell, bro. Yeah, man, this shit got to end, bro. This shit got to end.
Read that.
What they say?
They're not gonna write on them. I typed in how many Jews own slaves. They won't say it.
Yeah, that's right.
We ain't gonna speak on the
called
Almighty.
Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports.
Yeah.
It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And
think
it's totally
We don't.
partisan.
First of all, we don't have time to litigate
Of
all of
course
this.
we don't, because then you're going
but I
to
do.
lose the argument.
No,
and
no.
if everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's like, I can't believe you're trying to
Jillian,
suggest, that slavery
to
is
be
a good
clear,
thing.
you brought up race.
No,
this was a conversation about
conversation is
arts,
about
and
race.
you brought up race.
It isn't,
You
though.
brought up.
But the whole
hold
point
on,
of
hold
this
on,
is that
Jillian.
the issue
You
people
brought
take-
up. You brought up slavery. And you brought up
I
the
actually
question
didn't.
of whether.
You
Hold on.
did.
You brought up
And
the
my
question
point-
of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is
No, I
yes.
didn't. I
Slavery
did not say
in the
that.
United States
don't
is
straw man
about
my argument
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are
she
you
brought
talking
up
about?
slavery, and what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every single exhibit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just
Okay.
say, zooming
That's
out,
my point.
on
All
this-
right.
on the-
We're gonna move on
I
from
was saying
that
on the arts thing, I think why this is
Lit her ass up. Yeah,
man, I
bro.
love
I
this
mean, that is true. You know, everything we do, everything we say, oh, the white, it's so
We ain't got no
common.
books.
It's so common to just say, oh,
I feel
white
so
people this,
weak
white
when
people
I
that.
hear that though, bro. It just sounds pleasant.
Oh, it does. It is.
We ain't got no books.
It's the white man.
It's
Check out a book.
I'm broke today because of slavery.
Yeah, no,
Black people don't take
oppression.
care of their kids today because of slavery
Oppression.
and the white man.
I actually letting it be John. We ain't talking about it no more. But
Black people kill each other today because of white people.
It's systemic racism, bro.
They're forced to do it. The
Bro.
white man made them murder each
that's
other.
what you learn 4th, 5th grade.
Nah,
After my 5th grade, niggas don't learn no more. Niggas don't learn no more. So all they leave, when they leave school, they know white people oppressed them from their mama and daddy. They learn a little bit about slavery. They learn a little ABCs. They might know how to do multiplication. and that's about it. And then hey.
If you really care about black people, like we actually do,
Like
what
Trump,
is it beneficial to just harp on this all the time? It's not. So
just
if you care about black people and you're pro-black, you need to push things that will help black people, and being a victim will not do it. Take all the Republican, Democrat out of it. If you care about black people, I care. We all care about black people. That's why we say what we say and we do what we do. Right there. This is amazing. This is amazing.
That's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
Like we're really talking about
Slavery still.
slavery, bro.
Can y'all just
Half of the country was divided during the. Come on, man. And
People
that
died.
That stat.
Hold on, I want to see another stat real quick too.
That
y'all.
stat. That debunks everything, bro. Like every single day, man. I'm not gonna say what I really want to say, but every single day, I'm surprised. I'm embarrassed,
Whoa.
and I'm hurt
Do you know
for a certain group of people.
No, a lot of people died, bro.
750,000 white people alone died in the Civil War?
Shout out to each one of them. Shout out
Someone
to
was
all,
from the South,
Shout
though.
out to everybody
From
that
the
abolished
North,
slavery.
360,000 people died so that we could get out here and be free, and y'all are still crying. Not me. Not us.
We're not gonna. This shit happened.
Not
everywhere.
us.
This shit happened everywhere too. We ain't just
It
forget
did.
about that.
Yeah,
It did.
it
That ain't just American history.
It's world history. Everybody was getting enslaved
Hold on.
across the
Man,
world.
shout out Donald Trump, man.
There's people still enslaved right now.
Shout out Donald Trump. I got just so much hate in my heart that it's ridiculous. I don't think y'all could feel the hate in my heart.
All right, guys. So I'm not proud of this.
You got so much hate you would kill somebody and make a song
No,
about
brother. No, I ain't got that much hate.
it? No, it's just
But I'm
making-
talking
you
about,
say
I
you
got hate for the brain. You know? The dumbness.
I was just making sure what type of hate you had.
Come on with it, bro.
Alrighty. So, all this is according to ChatGPT, right? I'm Ghanaian. The exact tribe I come from is called the Ashanti tribe. In African American history, you can look this up too. That one tribe alone in Ghana, the Ashanti tribe, is responsible for sending 1.5 million Africans to slavery in the slave trade.
Put that in history books. Put it in history books.
So
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry, y'all.
It's everybody.
If you're gonna be mad at anybody, I mean,
like is you gonna be mad at the player? Then it's like a coach drawing up the play. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna say it, but you
I
know,
think they
I mean,
just-
it's pretty clear. We painted
Yeah.
a very good picture
Yeah.
today. So, not
Yeah.
the biggest issue. Let's get over it. I'm sorry. It's hard to say. It was horrible. It was evil at the highest
Everybody
level.
know that.
But black people did it to other black people, just like black people still in guilt. Black people today, still to this day.
So black people sold them, and white people did that, and then black people still wrong today.
Black people sold them. White people died to free them, and y'all are still mad at white people and say that y'all want to move to Ghana and Africa, where they were the ones who did it to y'all.
And they still getting enslaved in Africa.
And they still black people still dumb today. They still enslaved. Black people still are killing each other, and black people can't figure out shit in Africa. So if we talking about really the world, if we talking about world history, who got damn more wrong in world history, blacks or whites? Blacks.